This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Friday, the 4th of April. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather again today, unseasonably warm. Same thing tomorrow. Then everything changes Sunday. The ridge breaks down. We see showers and thunderstorms returning. Could we see severe storms on Sunday? All the new data in the house. Let's take a look at the upper air look. And again, that's a pretty classic spring setup there for severe weather in advance of that deep trough in the western states. Of course, the main risk of any severe storms north and west of Alabama through tomorrow. The ridge holds in place. Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina. It's like a brick wall holding everything back. We'll check the visible satellite view, and again, you can see a partly sunny sky, kind of a mix of sun and clouds across the state. And on the radar, if you look really carefully, there are a couple of small isolated showers in progress over parts of mainly northwest Alabama. And again, just not much out there. Most locations will stay dry tonight. Same thing tomorrow. Could there be an isolated shower? Yes, but the big rains will likely hold off until Sunday. Once again, we are in the 80s. Birmingham at 84. Look at Huntsville leading the way, 87 up in the Tennessee Valley. Mid-80s for Montgomery and Dothan. Mobile, they're at 78. They've got fairly thick cloud cover there. We'll check the watch warning map. And again, no watches, no warnings here. We have flash flood watches for North Mississippi and West Tennessee, and a tornado watch off to the northwest over Arkansas, down into northwest Louisiana and northeastern Texas, the counties in yellow on that map. And the flash flood watches extend from northeastern Texas into southwest Pennsylvania. And a number of counties in western Kentucky under flash flood warnings. And look at here, we got a winter storm warning off to the west for parts of New Mexico and the Texas Panhandle and South Plains. How about that? Winter's not done. So really not much change in the severe weather outlook through tonight. The broad risk running from the Rio Grande up into Ohio and West Virginia. There is a level 4 out of 5 risk of severe storms from northeastern Texas through parts of Arkansas into extreme southeastern Missouri. And again, that's where there's some concern. There could be a few violent long-track tornadoes this evening. And then tomorrow we have an enhanced risk from Louisiana and eastern Texas up into western Tennessee. And that's for the activity tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And remember, this outlook extends through 7 a.m. Sunday. And what you see in Alabama here, this is mainly for the activity after midnight tomorrow night, the pre-dawn hours Sunday. And then after 7 a.m. Sunday, at the standard level 2 out of 5 risk for areas east and south of Birmingham. And we'll take a look at the new modeling on this as we go. Here's a look at the rain for the next 7 days. And again, tremendous amounts of rain continue through parts of Arkansas and some of the adjacent states. In Alabama, this will be basically after midnight tomorrow night and Sunday. Rain amounts for most of the state in the 1 to 2 inch range. However, we could see some 2 to 3 inch amounts over the Tennessee Valley. So model fans, here we go. The GFS, the 12Z run, this is valid tomorrow afternoon at 4. And again, you can see the trough that's moving into Texas, the ridge beginning to break down, but still, we think during the day the better chance of the really widespread rain will stay west of Alabama, where there could be some severe storms. Let's go to high-resolution modeling. This is the high-resolution HRR, H-triple-R, high-resolution rapid refresh. And again, if you look carefully, you'll see a few little spotty isolated showers over Alabama, but the big rains are still holding north and west of the state. And again, this is tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. So let's go to Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. And you can see that band of storms pushing into North Alabama. And thankfully, obviously at this time, it's a time of day where the air tends to be most stable. We'll check the severe weather parameters. And again, this is Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. And the air over the Tennessee Valley, rain-cooled and stable. And there's a little sliver of instability, mainly over the western and southwestern part of the state. And this is the SRH, the Storm Relative Helicity. And we've got enough there where there could be a rotating updraft or two. And accordingly, the significant tornado parameter, the number's a little elevated on the western side of the state. And again, this is Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. In fact, the STP is at about 4 at Jasper. But again, it's not really a classic tornado setup. As always, look, this is early April. Any system like this you have to watch. You got to keep an eagle eye on the radar. But I think the main threat will ultimately be from hail and gusty winds. So this is Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, coming off the NAM, the 3-kilometer NAM. And understand, this batch of storms will take its time. It's not going to zip through here. It's going to be a slow process. And so it could rain a decent chunk of the day for parts of the state. But again, at that point, the better dynamics are kind of pulling away from the state. But still, we might see a few strong storms Sunday evening. And again, we've got these kind of large windows for the heavier storms. And understand it's not going to rain the entire window we show here, but for north and west Alabama, north and west of Birmingham, and the Tennessee Valley, midnight to 8 a.m. Midnight tomorrow night through 8 o'clock Sunday. Montgomery, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, Clanton, Demopolis, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then southeast Alabama, south and east of Montgomery, 1 until 9 p.m. And as always, we'll be watching every storm carefully, but the main concern coming from strong gusty winds and some hail. But there could be an isolated tornado. You've always got to pay attention with any system this time of the year. And then this is the synoptic scale look for Sunday afternoon. A surface low is moving into northeastern Georgia. So this is Monday, and there might be some lingering rain Monday morning over South Alabama. It's a very slow process, but the day obviously will be much, much cooler. Now Sunday, the high will be in the 70s. Monday, if you're north of Birmingham, you'll probably stay in the 50s Monday afternoon. The sky gradually clearing. And then by Tuesday, we are sunny, and the morning will be cold. A good chance we're going to see 30s in many areas with frost in many spots over the northern half of the state. The high Tuesday will be in the low 60s. And the same thing Wednesday. Wednesday morning could work out to be the coldest morning of that late season cold snap. And again, if you've been around here for a long time, having a cold snap in the middle part of April, it's really not that unusual. This is why we always say every year, wait until when? April 15th to plant. Here's a look at the numbers coming off the European global model early Wednesday morning. And you can see low 40s for South Alabama, 30s for North Alabama. And some of the colder pockets might see a light freeze, but again, it's mainly going to be a frosty morning. And then during the day, Wednesday, the sky will be mostly sunny. This is Thursday. A little shortwave could bring some showers in here maybe Thursday afternoon or Thursday night. Probably nothing especially heavy. Certainly no chance of any severe storms. And this is a week from today, Friday the 11th, that trough moving on to the east. And again, we're dry and pleasant. We start the day Friday in the 40s and 50s. The high will be in the 70s. Let's keep going. This is out 10 days, Monday, April 14th. Big old ridge over the middle of the country, a northwest flow aloft here, and that looks dry. And at this point, that weekend of the 12th and 13th looking rain-free. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. The mean up there about 2.5 inches between now and the 19th of April. Temperatures coming off the national blend of models. 87 tomorrow. Then we drop to 73 on Sunday with rain and storms. And again, notice Birmingham in the upper 30s. By Wednesday morning of next week, meaning many spots away from the city will be in the low and mid-30s. But then we bounce back with low 80s back in here by April 13th and April 14th. And just in the latest long-range guidance, this is for April 12th through the 18th. And all of a sudden, we're back in the yellow and orange, meaning temperatures will likely be a little above average at that point. All right, let's roll. The Children's of Alabama Kid Cam. Couple of good stops today. Stop number 1, Bluff Park Elementary School in Hoover, up on Shades Mountain. Had the kindergarten kids and the first graders in the lunchroom. I love a big crowd like that, and they love to learn about the science of weather. We talked about weather instruments, how we forecast the weather. Weather maps, thunderstorms, hurricanes, tornadoes, winter storms. It was a great session today. That's a great school with great teachers. So again, to everybody at Bluff Park, thanks a lot for a great visit. Then stop number 2, Ascension Episcopal Day School in Vestavia Hills, the little ones. And they love to talk about weather. This is their kindergarten pre-K program. And we had a great session today. Talked about how storms are good. We need the rain. And hey, who needs a fancy electronic graphic system when you got a cake like that? That's amazing. But we had a great session today talking about the weather. So again, to all of these students at Ascension Episcopal Day School and Bluff Park Elementary, thanks a lot for great visits earlier today. You guys are looking great. So again, there's no book signing tomorrow. The next school will be coming up Monday, going to be at Mathis Elementary down in Foley, Baldwin County. Always looking forward to seeing my friends down there. And next week is going to be a busy week, but a good week. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, right across the hall in Studio A, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.